Similar to, I think, Python. And then let's see what else. They have the push method, and yeah, you can see this is similar to what a dictionary is in Python. So, and yes, a function, okay, with its variable or its argument variable and the type of the variable, and it's public, this function. And require, without this require, if this require is not met, condition is not met, then this function fails, it exits. Okay, so function delegate public, there again, require again, this function must be met, otherwise it exits. While loop, okay, or while, yes, similar to other programming languages. And if else, and what else do they have in here? For if together, function returns, so this is something that returns a value. Okay, so it's publicly visible, and can only be viewed, can't be modified or accessed, can from the public site, can only be viewed, explicitly stated that it can only be viewed, and returns this value. This is important to know what that means. There again. Okay, and this is obviously pointing to an index in a winning proposals somewhere. Okay, so see if we can see something else in here as well. There's another contract, simple auction. So this is an auction contract, blind auction contract. Address of the beneficiary. Yeah, to be able to transact on any blockchain, you need to have an address allocated to you. Okay, so that's a entity, a person, and they've got their own address. Every smart contract also has its own address on the blockchain. Like this contract will have its own address once you publish it on the Ethereum blockchain. This one as well, its own unique address. Okay, so mapping, there's another map. This is a Boolean variable. Event, you have events, so you can listen for events on the blockchain. Okay, any type that you can think of, event to alert you when a transaction has happened, money being transferred, sale has been made, etc., etc. Okay, there's another constructor. Create a simple auction with bidding time, seconds bidding time on behalf of constructor. Okay, so usually the constructors are used to create the actual, so this is the voting DApp, voting contract, and as constructor is usually used to create the actual main part of the DApp, usually. Okay, but you have, as you can see, you have a lot of other functions as well. And in this case it is constructor proposal public. So what is it creating here? Chairperson. Okay, so it's coming back to me a little bit. I just wanted to do this video on the fly. So a constructor, part of the function or uses of a constructor is to it's once off. So once you publish the contract on the blockchain, this constructor runs once and not again. So it's actually just to prepare the DApp, once off preparation. It's launch preparations. Once the contract has been published, this constructor, if I understand or remember correctly, it never runs or executes again. Only once, and it's at the time of publishing the contract on the blockchain when this runs. Okay, so everything that you only want and need to run once and at publishing of the contract, it goes inside the constructor. Everything else here will be used multiple times throughout the contract's life on the blockchain. Okay, same here with this constructor. Yeah, everything inside this constructor will only happen once at publishing of the contract on the blockchain at that moment. So it will create this these variables, and it will assign the variables to new variables, those variables to these, and this is the time. Now this is related to the time. Okay, so this is actually will record when the contract was published on the blockchain, because this will be run at time of publication, and then you will be able to know when calculate when the bidding time end is, auction end is. Okay, with this, and because this only runs once. Okay, so function public payable, this means this payable keyword, or what is this? It's not a method, but this payable means that this function allows payments, okay, in and out. Alright, so require, again you've got those requires, message value, there already is a higher bit. If this is triggered, then it gives you that message. And public returns, the difference between payable and returns, withdraw bit, that was overbid. Okay, returns means when a payment has already happened but the payment must be refunded, then you use the returns, this keyword, you use this one, this functionality. Okay, so that the function can accept return values or refunds. Otherwise, without this, it can't accept refunds. Okay, so yeah, so that's a very quick overview. I'm not going to do much more than that. It's a very quick overview, just to give you a basic idea. Okay. And if you want to practice it on your own computer, Windows, you can install the relevant apps and software so that you can actually practice and create actual Solidity contracts. Okay, Ethereum contracts written in Solidity, and you can publish those on the test Ethereum test. I think it's a test net or something, and you can even publish on the main one if you want to. Yeah. Okay, here's another contract, unsigned integer of 8 size, what do you call it, and private, which means it's only visible to the contract owner. Okay, these are not publicly visible like this one. And yeah, okay, deployment. So there's a lot more involved, but if you want to deploy the contract to the blockchain, Truffle is one of the top applications that you will need to use. So you can check all this out, and to get a lot more information about installing Solidity, how to use Solidity, Truffle, so writing tests in Solidity, how to write and deploy a first smart contract in Solidity. Okay, so you can probably refer to, there's quite a lot of resources that you can refer to help you install it. You will need Node.js, npm, Truffle, Ganache, and so on. Okay, so there's a lot of help to help you install it. If you want me to go through, create a video on that, which I might do, then yeah, I will probably do a video on that at some point. So crypto zombies. Okay, it's interactive, and you actually, what this does is you create a similar to CryptoKitties, you create a crypto zombie game, and this is actually a guide to actually help you in a way to create a game, a crypto zombies game. So let's quickly check. Okay, so it's asking you, yeah, put it to the test. Okay, so at some point very soon you are going to see, okay, contract, there you go. Pragma Solidity, enter Solidity version in here and create a contract in here, okay? And you can refer back to some of the resources I just showed you to help you, but they show you here as well. Contract Hello World, okay? Pragma Solidity, contract Hello World, they actually help you. Okay, so this is a very useful website, and that's the end of this lesson or this video. Just a quick, brief, sort of basic, very basic overview of Solidity. Okay. I hope you found that useful, and see you next time.